Well, hello there. It's really good to be here, and I'm super excited to teach you this today. Welcome to the free webinar, free training to learn how to get unstuck and become free to follow your desires. And today we are going to talk and dive in especially to a very, very interesting concept and fascinating ways how you can start changing your limiting beliefs, your old stories, and how you can recognize and release the subconscious blocks. My name is Jenny Glad, and I'm here to teach you today how to do this all. And basically, it's all about everything that I'm working today with my clients and how I have made the changes in my own life. But a little bit about me at first. So I am a change catalyst. I'm a hypnotherapist. I'm a writer and motivational speaker. And I am the creator of the Clarity Method. And basically the core of my work is to help others to reconnect with themselves so that they can change their beliefs, thought patterns, and recognize those habits that are not good for them, and change them for self-mastery, happiness, success, and abundance. And my mission, based on my own experiences, became to show everyone that wherever you are in your life right now, it is possible for you to make those changes and get unstuck and change your situation, whatever it is right now. And my message is that you can really consciously change and manifest your desires. But at first, you need to become very aware what are your desires, what do you want to do and have in your life. And of course, we need to release the past connections and past attachments with your emotional patterns, with your earlier life experiences. And that's why we are here today. So I do personal coaching, I do online courses, I do mindfulness coaching, and I am currently working with my book and the planner, and they are both related to topic of conscious creatorhood. So you are warmly welcome today. So today you will learn 5 powerful ways to reveal and release your inner blocks and change your habits. You will get to learn how and why it's crucial for your happiness and abundance to learn all this. It's really important. And how the subconscious mind actually creates your habits and reality from inside out. 4, what are the 3 most common limiting beliefs? Actually, we people are more alike than we even think, and you are not struggling or suffering in your situation. You are not alone with that. You know, many other people have a similar kind of a limiting beliefs, and that today I'm showing you and telling you why they are there and what are the 3 most common ones. We will talk about techniques, how you can start reprogramming your mind and over the old negative beliefs for good. Of course, that's the main topic today because we want to start making those changes. And you will learn how to recognize inner resistance. This is so important because our mind is naturally resisting all the changes that we want to do, and how you become aware of it, how you can recognize that, and how you get over of this mind's powerful resistance, because your mind is such a powerful thing, and when you use that consciously, it helps you to be up-level your life and get what you really desire. And I want to tell you also like why it's not dependable on other people's circumstances, time, or that you wouldn't be ready to do these changes now. Quite often this is actually just like explanations that we are afraid to start making changes. So a little bit about you. I want to know more about you. Who are you? Why are you here today? Do you feel trapped and stuck in your situation? Do you feel that there's no time to stop and think what you really, really want from your life? Do you want to change the old cycles? You want to change your habits? You want to change your thought patterns? You want to get over yourself and stop struggling, and so that you become free to do the things that you love and desire? Or is it 3, you want to fulfill your real potential, make a difference, and live joyful, creative, confident, and present life by your career and business? And maybe you're here because you know exactly what you want, but it's hard to take action. Something always happens. Or is it 5, you want to end up repeating the same self-sabotaging patterns that affect your relationships? So now you can take a little note and make a note why you are here, and that sets the intention for you, what you want to solve, and what are the next steps for you actually. And take notes during this webinar. I'm going to go fast forward because I want to keep it as short as I can and give you all this information in time. And so take notes about the insights, questions that you want to probably maybe ask from me later. So this is so beautiful. It's a quote from Brené Brown, and she is saying, when we deny our stories, they define us. When we own our stories, we get to write a brave new ending. And this is exactly the core why we are here today. And if we really deny our inner voice, our stories from the past, they keep repeating. That's why we create and have those patterns that are repeating in our life. And if we are not stopping to see them, we keep going and repeating them until we are ready to learn. That is kind of a nice way to teach us, but it's also about the growth and about the personal and spiritual growth, and how we can really learn how to make those changes, learn from our obstacles and challenges. I believe that the obstacles and challenges are there happening because we need to learn and we need to flow constantly forward in life. And the only constant thing in life is change, actually. And if we are not flowing and moving forward in our lives in our own ways, we're creating our paths in our own ways based on our values, desires, everything that is unique in each of us. You are a unique being, and there is no one alike. And your responsibility is to follow your inner voice and follow your desires so that you keep yourself happy. Because when we own our stories, meaning that when we make peace with the past, we get to write a brave new ending. So we start creating happiness, making our dreams true, making our desires true, and absolutely allow ourselves to do what we love. It's super important. So I am curious what is getting in your way. So take a note now and put it like, what do you think, what is getting in your way today? What is the first thing that is coming in your mind? And to move forward, you need to look within and change the old, often subconscious, self-limiting stories and harmful habits before you are free to do and have what you truly desire. And most people don't do this because they believe that they cannot do that. They cannot change their minds. They cannot change their situation. They cannot change their subconscious blockages because they don't know how to access them. But it is possible to do a lot of like a healing and a lot of self-work actually. And there's a lot of tools that I'm going to show you today, really powerful tools, how you can help yourself in your situation. And it doesn't always require that you need to wait for a long time or work with somebody. We can do so much to help ourselves. And I'm not saying that we wouldn't need help from the others. Of course, that's why we are here for. We are here to support each other. And they are all kind of amazing healing and habits and methods that we can use to do that. But it's so much more powerful when you do the work and connect with yourself and realize and deeply get these insights how to do the changes. So I want you to stay until the very end because I have special gifts for you, and I have something amazing I want to share at the end of this presentation, at the end of this training with you. So stay until the very end. So then a little bit about me. So hi, my name is Jenny, and why I'm saying my name like that is because I'm coming from Finland. I'm originally born and raised in Finland until I have started traveling and living abroad for many, many years. And I have lived in different places in Europe. I have lived in New York City, in America. And today I am back in Europe, and I would love to share a little bit about my story, how I got here and how I really got into this work. And it was not only after, like, when my 30s, when I was about to leave my long business career and IT career that I had done over 12 years. And I really, really wanted to start my business. And it was actually the time when I started my personal happiness project. At the age of 35, I was like, I had come into the point of my life that I couldn't keep going like that anymore. I couldn't do what I really had done. I had got really, really lost, and I needed to change everything, shift it all. And then it was a time that I started relearning how I could really create life instead of living from obstacle to obstacle without any control and without knowing what I really wanted. I had struggled myself for years before that, and I had resisted to listening to my inner voice and myself. And for over a decade, actually, because when I started my career after the university studying IT, I felt like I'm not living the life that I'm supposed to live already then on my 20s. And I didn't know how to change that. I didn't know what to do, so I kept going. And suddenly 12 years had passed, and it was really it felt like I'm facing the dead end, because of what happened during a few years of my early 30s. I started facing these obstacles, and I burned myself out. I broke my long-term relationship, and that lasted like 7 years, and it felt like a divorce. I didn't know how to handle my emotions. I hid them deep down, and I kind of put the happy face on my face, and I just kept smiling that I thought that I'm finally free. And freedom is one of the most important values for me. I have always looked for the freedom, and that's why I became entrepreneur in the end. But I faced in my early 30s, I started facing like weird severe accidents. I broke my bones. I fell with my bike. There was a sailing accident. I faced near-death experience. And I got really wrong tracks in my life, because I started living, I thought that I'm living again the life that I had lost when I was in the relationships. And I started sabotaging myself with addictions, working too much, doing too much, socializing too much. I avoided actually staying at home in my home because I felt so lonely. So I ended up on abusive relationships, and I didn't know anymore what I was doing. After a couple of years of doing that, I didn't recognize myself anymore. I didn't know who I was, what I wanted, and why I was living. I felt like living somebody else's life. So I really burned the candle from the both ends until I was so restless and anxious that I couldn't sleep or calm down in any ways. I couldn't stay at home, be by myself. And at the end, there was a final scene that huge things were happening, and my lifelong fluffy dreams were really crashed. I had dreamed about family, and it was impossible. And then my ex-boyfriend died in cancer very rapidly, and I saw him suffering. And when I saw that he was so resentful and so angry at life, what he was going through, in just a few months, he was gone. And I decided finally that this is not for me. There must be something bigger in life. I said, like, it can't be that we are here, coming here and being born here, and we are here for struggling and suffering. So I decided that I'm going to just start making those changes. And I felt really hopeless before. I didn't know where to go. I didn't want to waste my life. I didn't want to make any mistakes. I didn't want to fail. I was so afraid what other people would think, that I'm leaving my successful career, my lifestyle that I had built so long. I was able to travel. I was really able to live a nice life. And everything thought that everything is fine, but I felt imposter. I felt like I was living a role, and I was really empty inside. And until it all really forced me to stop And I remember there was a one day that I was completely alone, again in my new apartment. I felt I had nowhere to go, and my future was empty. My life felt empty and really meaningless because I was doing the job. I was making more for the shareholders. It didn't make any sense for me anymore. I felt I'm not using my natural gifts or creativity, and I was so numb and broken on that day that even my mind was quiet. And I lied on the couch and I just like looked in the ceiling. I didn't know what to do anymore. I was so sad. I hadn't lost home. I hadn't lost my job, but I had completely lost myself. And I was so unhappy. I had been so unhappy for so long time that I couldn't keep destroying my life anymore. So at that moment, I suddenly realized that what if it was all created by me? What if life was not in the end punishing me purposefully? And what if I shouldn't wait for my turn, because that's what I had done. I had waited for my turn. I had waited for time to change. I had waited for externally things changing, but they didn't change. I got horribly deeper and deeper into the self-sabotaging cycles. And I started asking these questions and thought, like, what if it could be possible to be happy and feel love and happiness and joy every day? That was my question, and that became my happiness project. Because in that moment, I felt empowered to start finding and doing everything. I didn't have anything to lose anymore. And I had seen the rock bottom, so I thought, like, I'm going to do everything I can to feel happy and to see if it's even possible to be happy in this lifetime. And it was so all empowering for me that I started healing myself. I got help. I did traditional therapy. I did all kind of a healing I could do on my own. And that time the coaching wasn't that huge yet. So after I started researching, learning and reading everything about the psychology, spiritual concepts, self-help, watching videos and learning from famous teachers online, how to do it all, how to make the changes from inside out. And slowly but surely I started getting it all and making those changes. I started using these methods and techniques that I'm teaching today. I consciously started creating, releasing the old negative cycles and the past. And I became freer and freer to be more myself. And I became freer to feel who I was again. And that was a big thing. So I reconnected with the self, and I practiced my intuition and learned, taught myself how to trust my gut and how to trust the unknown. Because we cannot know about the future, we can set nice negative, positive expectations for the future, or we can expect the worst thing happening, and that is happening what we expect to happen. So I started understanding these mindsets, what are really important for us to understand, like what do we want to do next in our lives. And I wanted to start my business. I wanted to become a mentor, healer, coach, use my gifts, use my talents, and to help others make changes from inside out. So I started studying everything big time and started doing different kind of trainings and sharing my path with others so that I empower them to learn how to do the changes and how to manifest things and attract things. And I became the happiest person I knew. I really became the happiest person I knew. And I felt so empowered because I saw things were happening. So it was exciting time for me to understand that I could create these miracles and I could move forward, and money showed up, and I could support, that I could leave my career. I could start studying more of the things that I really wanted to study, like mindfulness and yoga and psychology and coaching and energy healing and really holistic healing. And what was important for me, that I really used time to define what I really wanted. So I started dreaming big and set desires and small steps and got the courage and confidence to start creating it and doing it and following my real, my intuition and those desires. but I practiced. I started from taking step by step forward because we cannot do much more. And soon it's all started to changing. And along all those years that I started, I developed the clarity coaching method and the process that I have now taught and helped hundreds of my clients, my private clients, and my programs and my workshops to make these long-lasting changes. So a little bit about the clients who I have worked with and what kind of the changes they have done. So here's Ariel's story that he came to me. He is creative and a business owner, and he struggled with procrastination really badly, and he wanted to release the blockages that really prevented him to expand. And we dig deeper and did the same. So we found like the subconscious blockages that were preventing him to move forward, and started working with his limiting beliefs. And he was able to break through his blockages, and he became more driven, more productive, and more creative, getting things done. His problem was like he couldn't follow through his creative ideas. He couldn't really run his business because he didn't do what he wanted to do. He couldn't follow through his plans. And that's how he became free to do that. Here's Sue's insights, like what she was able to get. And she is also a business owner and helping executives to make changes in their life. And she had worked quite a long time already with her limiting beliefs, and she knew how to do that, but there was something that she didn't understand. And together we worked with the subconscious and did some transformational exercises that I'm showing to you today to really go deeper and get the core of what was happening, and then we started changing it. And things shifted really powerfully for her because soon she was able to kick off his career on public speaking, and clients started to respond to her in a different ways. So it really comes from inside out. Here's Marcella's story, and this is beautiful because it's really about how she was resisting and didn't want to see all those negative beliefs she had because she kind of felt like it's painful. She didn't want to go back to it. And we naturally tend to just like deny what we feel. But that's not a way to do that, because it starts creating these blockages and start creating this resentment inside if we don't feel the negative feelings, if we don't face the negative challenges or issues that we have to face. And she also procrastinated and kind of avoiding all the changes. She wanted to change her career. She couldn't do that. She was she was really playing small, didn't think that she was worthy for having it all. And she wanted to do these changes, but she was like, I can't do it by myself. And again, we started using these same kind of tools and exercises that we are talking today. And, you know, one more thing about this is like when we shine the light on darkness, we can really become empowered and do the changes in powerfully. Wonderful. So let's go forward. So how to change your limiting beliefs and subconscious blocks and become free to follow your desires. There are 3 common limiting beliefs that can be recognized almost in everybody. When I talk about these changes, I want you to remember that it's not only me, or it's not only you who have these self-limited stories. It's basically everybody. When we are born as not as an empty shells, but we are born already expecting that we are going to be loved and cherished, and we are very confident about expressing ourselves, and beautiful creatures and beings. And actually children already remember some of the learned beliefs and traumas happening in the womb, because they have the memory. They are conscious creatures already then. And it can go a long, long, long way back in your lifetime, like when those subconscious blockages were born. So what I'm saying here is like it's not really that there is nothing wrong with you, but we tend to experience and grow up, and we grow up by learning from the others, from the adults, from the parents, from people who are raising us, and that's how children are learning. And of course, other people have their issues and their limitations and their beliefs, and kids are learning them too. So that's how you have learned from your experiences, how you grew up, and you have formed the world view and your inner life views that way. So it's not really that there's nothing wrong with you. It's not there's nothing wrong with anybody else. We're just repeating the very old patterns, and these are the ones that you can start making those changes. And today actually is the day that you can start making those changes. So the one most common limiting beliefs is that I'm afraid to make changes and put myself out there. The second one, it's not possible for me to have what I want. I can't change myself or my situation. These are the most common limiting beliefs there are. And what is deeply behind all that? What is it actually is all about? So there's fear of unknown. It's not safe to take risks. The idea, it's not okay to move forward because I can't control that. What if something goes wrong? There's lack of courage and confidence. There's fear of failure. There's lack of self-belief, what others will think of me, like I had when I wanted to change my career. I can't trust myself. I cannot trust myself or others. There's fear of success. There's fear of happiness as well. When you are used to your own situation that's very, very unhappy, you become afraid that you become too happy and someone will take that away from you, and that is fear of success, a fear of happiness. There's old family patterns running in the families for generations that can affect you. I'm not enough is a common belief, a huge belief. I'm not lovable. I'm not worthy or deserving the very best. This is a very common one as well. We talk about a lot about worthiness, like do you deserve that you can have what you want, and are you able to receive it actually? I have never had it, and I can never get it. This is very common when we talk about family patterns, and there could be that there's money blockages. I'm not lovable, I'm not accepted, there is something wrong with me. And of course, when you see all this, you know it's not true. You probably know it's not true, but you can probably recognize some of this in you already now. So take some notes. And maybe you have tried many, many things to break through your blockages, change those old stories, change your mindset. And all these are amazing, amazing ways to help and heal ourselves. Maybe you have tried affirmations, it hasn't really worked for you. You keep saying these positive statements all over again, but if it's not hitting your subconscious blockage or personal story that is limiting you, it can't really affect you because you don't believe what you say to yourself. You probably have tried to push through. That's very common. We try to push through the inner resistance, but our willpower is not enough. When subconscious operates and when subconscious blockages are operating, you cannot really override them with the willpower. That's why it's so difficult to change the habits. There are amazing self-help books, videos, audios, and programs, but most often people don't do the changes. They read the books, but they don't use the information in their own life. They don't know how, or they just resist the changes again. There could be, maybe you have gone through therapy, consultants, healers, acupuncture, coaches, EFT, energy healing. Amazing, amazing methods, but you need to get really deeply involved and connected. What is the real reason why you have the blockage? What is the deep down belief in you that you believe that is limiting you? Fake it till you make it. It's the same thing that pushing through. You cannot really be pretend to be somebody else. You need to own it. You want to own it. You want to believe in it, that you can have what you really want to. Maybe you have tried stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about your problems and put them aside, and it will never come back anymore. That's not true. They always grow back from there. So we don't want to avoid this. We don't want to live in denial. We don't want to keep playing small or keeping ourselves stuck anymore. Or waiting for the better times is a very common one as well. So let's get ahead. The subconscious mind, how does it work? Subconscious mind is like a big memory bank that stores all your beliefs, memories, and life experiences. So it's a huge hard disk that has everything, remembers everything that you have ever faced in your lifetime, as said, like when you were already an unborn baby. And it communicates through feelings, emotions, imagination, sensations, and dreams. And subconscious mind is subconscious. It's you cannot really get connected with that, or you think that you cannot. You can get connected with that subconscious mind, but it's so quick and so powerful that often we don't see and be aware how do we react and respond and how we create the habits. And that's something that we are here to talk about today. But it really affects and leads your behavior, thoughts, and feelings. It creates your lead and it creates your thoughts and feelings and actions in different situations. So when we are interacting with others, sometimes we just ask ourselves, like, why did I say that? Why did I behave how I behaved? Why did I respond how I responded? Why did I do that, what I really wanted to do and say? It's because your subconscious mind operates on the background, and it triggers based on your earlier experiences. It triggers so quickly and so fast that you cannot even recognize like how you were suddenly affected by your earlier experience, even though the experience that you have or encounter you have right now going on, it's not exactly the same. So that is good to understand, and that's how powerful your feelings actually are, because your feelings, your thoughts trigger those subconscious beliefs and memories, and that's how you create your behavior. So your subconscious mind constantly communicates with your conscious mind and providing the meaning to all your interactions with the world. And of course, it's filtered through your beliefs and habits. Makes sense? Okay, let's go deeper. So limiting beliefs are saved in your subconscious mind. Limiting beliefs are thought patterns. They are always learned. You have, in some point in your life, you have learned these thought patterns, and they basically prevent you to have what you want and be successful in your own terms. When I talk about success, I'm talking about all areas of life. I think that's important. You want to be happy, you want to be financially abundant, you want to live prosperous life, you want to have amazing relationships, you want to have friendships, you want to have social networks, you want to feel that you are living the life that you came to live here. And it's up to you how do you define it. But I am calling you to find out, like, what is that, what do you want to change in your life now, right now, and in what areas of life you want to make those changes. Limiting beliefs are affecting not only your mind, they are affecting your body and your nervous system, of course. Your brain, your mind is in your brain, and your brain is connected with your nervous system and body, and that's how we start creating those diseases. When we have a long-term limiting beliefs, emotional patterns, when we struggle with ourselves, our mind is getting so overwhelmed that it's sort of giving the responsibility for the body, and the body starts developing all kind of obstacles and diseases because the mind cannot handle your limiting beliefs or struggling anymore. So limiting beliefs are causing the struggling and negative behaviors that affect your health, wealth, relationships, and career. And if it's not identified, it's really hard to change that. 3 basic rules of the mind. So here we go. So the first one, your mind does really do what you truly think and believe. It really does what you think and want it to do. And you connect with your mind, with your thoughts. So whatever kind of a thought there is right now, it affects your mind, and it starts creating your behavior because it's based on your beliefs. Does that make sense? And the pictures in your mind, the words you say, create your reality. So when there is a thought like think about the sunny day on the beach, think about the beautiful sunny day on the beach. What are you thinking right now? Probably the beautiful sunny day on the beach. And it creates a picture in your head, and the words you say become your reality. But those pictures are stayed in your subconscious mind, and when you repeatedly think about some kind of things, you start creating these limiting beliefs. When you have a negative thought and you say to yourself all the time that there is something that you cannot do, or you cannot have something, you cannot make the changes, it's so quick and fast. Actually, our mind is so powerful and so fast that it creates these pictures in your head, and that's how you start forming the limiting beliefs already on the early ages. So your mind really is protecting you, keeping you safe from any pain and fear, and it wants to keep you safe even if it's uncomfortable and self-sabotaging, creating self-sabotaging habits. And that's the resistance of the mind. And when you become aware of all this, you will learn how to make those changes. Awareness is important, acceptance is important, and self-knowledge is the key. Let's talk about thoughts. Your thought patterns are based on the learned beliefs. That's something that I have mentioned already. Your thoughts create your behavior because of what you think, what you believe about yourself. That's how you act. And when you change your thought patterns, and you will change your beliefs and behavior. Does that make sense? I hope so. A little bit about feelings and emotions. So all the feelings are natural. We have I don't know how many hundreds definitions for different kind of feelings there are, but all the feelings are natural, including the negative feelings and emotions. And feelings must be felt, also the negative ones. So quite often we learn in our childhood or later in life, we learn to push them away, the ugly, yucky feelings. We don't want to feel them because it doesn't feel good. So we'd rather hide them, but that's not the way to do that. When you become aware of yourself and connected, and when you are creating your life consciously, you want to learn to feel your emotions and feelings, because that's helping you to sort of stay clean and not create more of those negative beliefs or patterns. So we cannot really choose our feelings, but we can choose how we respond and react on it when we are aware and connected on the moment. And that's how to change how you feel. You can change your thoughts, you can change your behavior, you can change your habits, and that is actually helping you to upgrade your feelings so that you feel more positive feelings. When you start making the life changes, when you start following your inner calling and listening to yourself, and you find the answers and start creating consciously, your feelings are changing because you are more positive, you feel you are more joyful, you are more happy, and that's how you increase the positive emotions and feelings. And of course, they are everything, but what I'm saying here, like negative feelings are okay, and quite often when we start healing, we have to face these feelings and not to feel them again, but recognize they are there so that they kind of lose the power. I believe that feelings and emotions are always there for some reason. It's like they have a message like, hey, I'm here to show you something, why you're behaving or why you're feeling like that. And you want to learn how to look behind those feelings so that you can release the connection with the event or old experience that is creating that repetitive feeling. Okay, so how to change, how your subconscious blocks and self-limiting stories actually affecting you? How do you know they are there? So, couple of things. You may feel that you are stuck in your situation or with yourself. You know it's somehow it's you who are preventing you to make those changes you want to do, but you cannot do them. You have a subconscious blockage or self-limiting story that is preventing you. You procrastinate a lot. You just don't follow through. You spend your time on social media or doing something else. You just totally try to avoid it. Avoid taking action. And you feel overwhelmed. You feel frustrated. You feel anxious because you struggle with yourself. And you believe that there's something wrong with you. That's horrible feeling. You haven't been able to change it. Whatever it is, you haven't been able to change your situation. That's showing that you have blocks. Some blocks or self-limiting stories that are related to that area of life, and that requires that you do some work. So let's talk about 5 ways to change the self-limiting beliefs and subconscious blocks. The first one is meditation. Actually, meditation helped me to make those changes earlier on when I started going through these obstacles. I started meditation practice. I started learning about present moment. I started learning about the power of the present moment, the power of the mind. And meditation is a simple exercise. It's not that difficult, and you can actually meditate anywhere because it's really about conscious breathing. Your breathing, your breath is always with you. It's a superpower. It's helping you to relax your body, relax your mind. All you need to do is connect with your breathing and breathe deeply in and out. It's releasing all the anxiety. It's improving your physical and mental and emotional health. It really connects you with the real self, your authentic self. And you get access to your intuition through that silence. And as you know, we are all so busy nowadays in our lives. We are struggling with the busyness, we are struggling with the distractions, and that's what keeps us stuck in our situation quite often, because we are constantly using our devices, internet, social media. We have all the internet entertainment in the world. We are living in a very abundant world nowadays. We basically have everything what we need. And we are still more unhappy than we have ever been. And that's basically the reason, because we lack the connection with the self. We are not able to recognize those feelings and emotions and anxieties that we need to recognize so that we can change them. So meditation gives you access behind the thoughts and thought patterns and get the answers you need, because then you know what you want to change. Then you know what you want to do next. Then you know what you really desire. What are your beautiful dreams and goals in life? Because you need them. It's like helping you. You need this roadmap for your future. Because if you stay stuck with your past and contemplating about your past and dwell in your past, it's really difficult to move forward. The power is in the present moment. The power is in your breathing. The power is in you. So it's very empowering practice, and I really invite you to start practicing meditation every day in some ways, becoming more mindful. There's amazing applications. There's so much knowledge out there. And it really improves your self-knowledge, self-love, and self-acceptance. That is the key. You want to learn yourself better. You want to learn and recognize your dark side and your amazing self. And you want to accept yourself as you are. You want to accept your past as it is, so that you are able to move forward, so that you create more of that white space that I call the amazing space that you have and need when you are willing to do something new in your life and move forward. Self-acceptance is basically compassion. When you are compassionate towards yourself, you are compassionate towards others as well. In meditation boosts your confidence and courage, and as I said, it really affects your physical health as well. Affirmations are very, very, very powerful way to teach your mind new thought patterns. So affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself over and over, and mind learns by repetition. And the aim of affirmation and positive statements is to override the old subconscious programming and change the negative thought patterns and beliefs. In doing this, you will set yourself free to do and achieve what you want. Maybe any area of life that you want to change, or all of these areas, but you start one by one. And to make affirmations work successfully, this is the most people don't understand, that your mind doesn't, if you don't believe what you say to yourself, you can't change that. You need to believe that you can have and be and do what you say to yourself. So you need to first discover what are your thought patterns and personal experiences that are preventing you, limiting you to move forward. What kind of an objection your mind has. And this is something we are working on soon. So visualizing is a powerful, powerful practice. All the successful people use this, and actually you have used this so many times that you don't even realize. You are using your imagination to get something you want, or you have used your imagination to prevent you to get something that you want. If you truly believe that there's something that you cannot get or do, believe me, you get it. You create it, because it all is coming from inside out. But when you use visualization, and when you do visualization exercises daily or even weekly, you will learn the power how you can start using your mind and imagination to attract what you want. So it really is a mental rehearsal technique that can be used for anything at all. Small things during the days, bigger goals that you want to achieve. If you're giving a speech somewhere, you can visualize yourself on the stage and encourage yourself and become more confident about yourself that you can do it. You can help yourself to become clear about your desires and believe you can have it with the amazing visualization meditations. You improve the self-belief, you're feeling and seeing your goals with your imagination. That's really powerful. That's the way to do it, because that's the way to how you can really start manifesting things, but you are improving your self-belief and encouraging yourself that you will start doing things, because your imagination is your subconscious mind. It helps to trust the unknown, because we cannot control the future, as I said. Like no matter what we try to do and control the future, we cannot really do that. But we can help us to believe the unknown, and help us believe that, trust the unknown, that it will everything works smoothly, the unknown possibilities will be there. And when you have these self-beliefs and beliefs that you are getting everything what you need and want, it will start to happen. That's how when we talk about creating life. And using your imagination to visualize your desires and goals daily it's a powerful practice, because you activate your subconscious mind to attract it. You can try this day by day. You can try this, do this in the morning, combine it with your meditation, and you will start making changes. Powerful changes are happening in your days. Forgiveness is something that nobody really teaches when we talk about the past patterns and self-limiting stories. We have to accept the past as is. We cannot change it. We don't want to go back to it. What happened in the past is in the past, and it's not here anymore. And the past is not existing, but it can be, and probably it is, that you still carry these past resentment, old memories, bad memories, negative feelings, old hurt and pain, of course, and it's in your body, it's in your mind. And when we are forgiving ourselves, or even the people who have hurt us, we will release the emotional attachment with the past, and we become free. It means that there will be more self-love and acceptance and surrendering to the now. So when you forgive, you powerfully can release the attachment with the past. There is one amazing exercise called Ho'oponopono. This is an old Hawaiian meditation. Actually, it's a mantra. And it's a magic mantra because it's only 3 sentences. It says, I forgive you, I thank you, I love you. And when you do this, every time when you remember or memory or old pain, you will become freer and freer from old attachments. This is magic, I guarantee. There's another way to do that. I have actually given you a nice affirmation. I accept my past, I release the attachment, I am free to move forward and create new. That's very empowering one, accepting yourself, accepting your past, and so that you become free to move forward and create new. The first affirmation here. So do the inner work. That's the number 5. So your mind rules your reality. I hope that's clear already. And change your daily habits and self-limiting beliefs, and that is how you consciously just start changing your thought patterns. That will help you to change your habits and beliefs. When you become aware of your feelings and fears and limiting beliefs, emotional patterns and mindsets, you can start changing it. So you will have to become aware what is it in your past that is personally keeping you there and stuff. But you don't have to dwell in there. You just, like, when you realize it, you release it like almost 50%. So reprogram your mind and change your limiting beliefs by doing the work and using all these exercises: meditation, visualization, forgiveness, and affirmations. And that's how you can start changing your inner programming, and reprogram your mind in a new way. And of course, any kind of a situation when we want to start changing, and actually any kind of a healing is starting from the surrendering, awareness, and self-acceptance, so that we accept our situation where we are, so that we accept the moment where we are, and we decide, like, hey, I'm going to change that for the future. Wonderful. So the workbook, I hope you had time to print or download the workbook so you can open it now. I'm quickly running it through, like, what does it mean and how does it work and how to actually use that workbook. So let's get started. So on the page 2, or page 3 actually, it's you need to first become very clear, what is that what you want to achieve? What is your desire? Maybe that you want to meet your soulmate. Maybe that you want to find and create your dream job. You don't know how, you don't need to think about how, so stop thinking about hows at the moment. Now we are digging deeper into your mind and mindset. So write down at first your desire or your goal. And then when you have your goal clear, and work one by one. You can only work with one goal or desire at a time. And it could be a small thing. Maybe you want to change a habit. Maybe you want to stop procrastinating. Maybe you want to become more productive. Maybe you want to follow through your plans. Whatever it is for you, just write down one thing over there on the first step. And the second step is, like, get really quiet and breathe and turn inward to listen and ask yourself why it's not possible for you. Why it wouldn't be possible for you, what's coming in the way. And then it's time to start listening what your mind says. You write out all the objections that your mind comes up with, and your mind can be saying, like, the time is not right, there is no that kind of a job existing, there is not that kind of a person existing in this whole world that is a right fit for you, all kind of a crazy things. And be aware that it's coming to you very quickly, and it's like a fling, and you catch these thoughts and asking yourself. But when you do this exercise, please be aware that you are in a quiet place, you can focus and concentrate, and you can really be in silence and listen to what kind of things that are coming up for you. So you start writing down all the objections that are coming in your mind, all kind of excuses that it tells, and it can tell like crazy stuff. So just write everything down. Even if it would be 3 pages, it can be 3 pages. I have written like 7 pages sometimes. So and after you have emptied your mind of all those objections, I want you to go through the statements, and you shift one by one to positive by writing a new positive statement below the old one. So let's say that you just said like there is not that kind of my soulmate is not existing in this world, and you say that you shift that positive. I can meet my partner. There is someone in this world who is waiting for me. And you can write these down, but go through the objections one by one, because they are your personal objections. So it's important that you personally shift them with your own words, own positive words, and create these positive commands that will become your affirmation and positive statements. So use only the present tense, because your mind only understands the present tense. I can, I have, I am. And that's why visualization is so powerful. When you think and feel that you already have those things, you start attracting and manifesting them so much faster. But you will also start making those changes so much faster. So it's like it's really, really powerful. So only use positive words, and there is an example on the last page. You want to see that and check that out. But don't struggle. If you need help with affirmations, please ask. Wonderful. So that was the workbook, and that's important, the most important work for you that you can start doing. And now I want to invite you. I have an invitation for you. Choose your life, get the courage, and start creating your life. I want to introduce my 6 weeks to clarity, become a conscious creator program. And actually it's including 6 modules, and it's all about what we have talked a little bit about today. It's much more than that. Today we have focused on the module 2 a little bit, but on this program I'm teaching more ways and techniques and powerful, amazing methods how you can really clean your subconscious mind, get connected with yourself, and remove all the resistance from the mind. So first module is awareness, and the goal of this module is to show you how your life is going right now, how you're doing, what's going on in the life, what areas of life you are happy and satisfied with. There's powerful exercises, there's workbook that you will use and fill out, and to learn and to grow your awareness, what kind of habits you have, what kind of mindsets you have, and what you really need to focus on to make bigger life changes. Because quite often it's surprising. We think that it's about something, for example, the relationships, but there's something else that is more important that is affecting your relationships. So it's really about pure awareness, and I'm talking about these daily habits of how you can start learning meditation more, how you can bring and create daily habits, morning habits, evening habits, and why it's important to connect with yourself on a daily basis, not only like once a year on the new year. And it's really about how you become conscious creator, conscious about yourself, conscious about your life, not responding and reacting unconsciously, but really using all the information that you are putting out and putting in. The second one is about the habits and feelings, the power of the mind, as I already said. So we dig deeper than we dig today. And the third one is about courage and confidence. You will do and learn how to, confidence is a skill actually. And nobody is more courageous than you actually. But they just do things. The fears are there, but in this module I'm teaching how to get over the fears, in your fears, how to boost your confidence. That is actually a skill, how to learn this skill, and you will get a powerful transformational meditation that is helping you to reprogram your mind and become more confident about yourself and about your life. The fourth one is abundance and money. and success. Actually, that we talk about a lot about fear of success. We talk about money blockages. We talk about abundance in general, like how you can start receiving more, how you become more self-worthy, and how you learn in these techniques from the inside out to start attracting and manifesting more abundance in your life. Fifth module is about your visions and desires and what is your real passions. I'm guiding you through a process that is helping you to learn and connect with your visions and with your desires. And if you have struggled with not knowing what you want to achieve and what you want to get, we are digging deeper in that. But also, if you know that what you want to get next, I'm asking you to create, I'm inviting you to create, because we are doing a huge life vision in here in this module, that you know that what kind of a life you want to live now and later. Module 6 is all about self-leadership and the action plan. And because nothing happens if you don't take action. And when you have learned all about this in these modules during the 6 weeks time, and you can start leading your life consciously, confidently, and I teach you the methods, how you become more productive, how you follow through your plans easily and effortlessly, even though there's crazy busyness all the time in your life, even though there's distractions and everything. When you start doing these changes and following, doing the planning mode that I'm teaching, and using these methods of planning and productivity, you will start making those changes. There is no way. And first of all, clarity is the power. So it's the aim of this program is to give you clarity where you are now, how to release the past, and what you want from your future. And then you start doing those changes. So you will connect with your true potential and start making your dreams and desires true. So there are 6 modules and 6 strategies. So to get the clarity and ability to become a conscious and creator and make confident decisions and take the successful next steps towards your unknown beautiful future, you need to activate your inner mind and get really clear what you want right now. It's easy to compare others and think that they would be happier, they are happier, they are more successful, they have more of what we really want. But you know, it's like when it's like you know what you want, when you know and you have the clarity of the next steps, you can move forward and you can have your whole being activated to get it. Comparison kills all the creativity, so we don't want to stop with that. How we are going to do this, so changing your habits of thinking and behaving, we're working with the limiting beliefs and stories and emotional blockages and facing the fears. You get really clear of your skills and real desires. You'll get access to visualization workshops, so you get to learn how to use this amazing tool and how to do your vision board if that's what you want. You will build your confidence and courage skills. You will create a crystal clear future vision for your future, and you will increase your productivity. Amazing. How would it be for you if you can do things like in half time instead of using and procrastinating with them for hours? And planning is important because that's like how we set intentions. That's why we create alignment, and that's how we start flowing in life forward. Wonderful. So Conscious Creator, it's 6 weeks and 6 modules and videos, pre-recorded videos. You'll get access right away. You get access to powerful exercises. You will do weekly workbooks. So it's 6-week program, so you will progress and move forward on a weekly basis. You will get access to deeply transformational hypnotic meditations, helping you to reprogram your subconscious mind, helping you to make those changes inside out, and you will get access to super bonuses. And these bonuses are my Clarity Planner, and you will get access to 1-month planner and 3-month planner that you can start using, visualization workshop, and the planning meditation, access to private Facebook group, You will get support from the others. You will get support from me. I'm there answering the questions and helping you that you stay on right track. And if you have any obstacles or any questions at all, I will help you right there. You will learn more about emotional healing and emotional healing guide and how you can really help yourself to heal and change your energy so that you will become more free and feel lighter, feel more creative. And deep meditations, there are some additional meditations that are helping you to make changes on a daily basis. Because a change is starting from here, change is starting from today, and you can only start making changes today. So don't wait for the tomorrow, don't wait for the right time. There is no right time. If you have a calling in you that if you don't do what you really love to do and you don't have things in your life that you would love to have, it's a conscious creator program helps you to get clarity on what you want next and help you to take action and move forward actually. So special bonus that I mentioned when we started this webinar is like if you join now in 24 hours, that's what it's supposed to say, you will save $100 US dollars. And I have the guarantee if you're not satisfied with the course, but you have done all the modules and exercises and you can show that to us, but you still haven't got the results, you'll get your money back. I'm so confident about this program. I have poured all my information to this program and all the knowledge that I have gained along the years and how I made this. This is basically how I have made the changes and shift my whole life to happiness, success, and abundance, and that's how you can do it as well. And so I'm really confident, and I'm proud to share this information with you because this is a unique course, and there is no this kind of a course existing. So I hope you join that. Working privately with me is costing a lot more than something that I'm offering you right now. So pricing the payment in full is $397, or for payments it's $111, 111. And but if you join today, if you really join today, there is a link, your personal invitation and link. This offer is valid only for 24 hours. You join now and you'll pay $297, so you save $100 if you join now, and you'll get access to program right away. So you can start right away. You can start making those changes, you can get unstuck, and you can learn much more how you can help yourself and support yourself for doing these changes. So click the link and join now, and you'll pay $297. So now, is there any questions at all? Because there is more information about the Conscious Creator at Clarity.live. You can click the link in here. There is everything about the program, but remember, this is your personal link and invitation. You can still click it. So join now, and you can pay $297 to join the Clarity Conscious Creator now. And this link is valid for 24 hours from today. So if you have any questions, you can contact us anytime at info@jennyglad.com. And thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this. I have enjoyed this a lot. I'm really happy to share this information with you. And I look forward from hearing from you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us and send us messages, emails, or I'm hoping that you will start doing changes now and start taking the exercises right now, and it will help you to get unstuck and move forward. Thank you for being here today. I wish you an amazing day, and look forward from hearing from you.